going on, everybody? It is Sparks Comics here, and it is time to talk about this week's top indie comic picks for New Comic Book Day. This week, I have 10 picks and a graphic novel pick for you guys, so let's kick it off with the graphic novel pick. This is one I've talked about a bunch on here, on TikTok, on Instagram, all over the place, because I have pre-ordered it from Amazon before, and it came out, I guess it released through Simon & Schuster, and other, book retailers, but not through Diamond yet, and it's just coming out through Diamond now. And this is Walking Without a Soul from Sumerian Comics from Alicia Fernandez. It's fantastic. It's fantastic, guys. I have a review for that posted on here, so check that out. It's the first in a trilogy of graphic novels by Alicia Fernandez, based on the vibrant universe that is Walking Without a Soul. Imagine that you have the chance to choose how you'd like to live, who you'd like to be in your next life. How? You simply need to make a deal with these creatures just before the moment death comes to take you. They can grant you any wish. They can fulfill your deepest desires, no matter how selfish, perverse, or twisted they are. The price? Your soul. And we see what that really ends up doing to some characters here, and what happens when these creatures try to take a soul that death has already claimed. And I don't want to spoil anything, and this is great fantasy meets some aspects of reality, and a really deep, disturbing but also beautiful story about relationships and dealing with death. Just go check this one out. You won't regret picking this one up. It is coming out this week. It is my graphic novel pick for the week. So let's get into the top 10 picks this week. We've got, from Image Comics, Dark Ride #1 from Joshua Williamson, Andre Besson, and Adriano Lucas. Welcome to the scariest place on earth. Devil Land has been the world's premier horror-themed amusement park for over 50 years, home to the scariest ride ever created, The Devil's Due. But when lifelong fan Owen Seasons begins his first day on the job, he'll discover the true horrors happening behind the scenes, the truth about the park's reclusive creator Arthur Dante, and the job of his dreams might just be a living nightmare. It is a thrilling plunge into murder, mayhem, and sinister family secrets in this all-new Skybound original series. There was a preview for this in, I think it was the Skybound X25. So it looks really cool. Definitely one I think worth picking up this week. I haven't added it to my own list, but I am going to pick this up when it comes out in trade paperback later on. Mainly just because I'm trying not to pick up too many series right now. Trying to save up a little bit, but I do want to read this one, so this is on my list to watch for the trade paperback release. Next up, number 9 from Sumerian Comics, we have Kingdom Come Deliverance from Brett Murphy and Wilson Gandolfo, the great team that brought us Paranormal Hitmen. It is issue 3 of 4 here for the Kingdom Come Deliverance story here that ties into the video game. Prequel of the video game. Sir Hugo's plan goes awry when he is caught by one of King Sigismund's men. Meanwhile, Runt loses control of his team of bandits in the deadly attack on Neuhof. This leads Runt to hunt down one of his disloyal bandits, find out the fate of this disloyal bandit in Death Among Us. Number 8 pick this week is Basilisk #12 from Colin Bunn and Jonas Scharf. This is it. Not only the final confrontation between Hannah and Vanessa, but the Chimera's origins revealed. But who will make it out alive, and more importantly, what kind of monster will they become? I think this may actually be it. This might be the last issue of Basilisk. We've been getting 4-issue arcs. I don't see any more listed. I don't see an issue 13 in here right now. So this could be a final end to Basilisk. It's been great. Colin Bunn, Jonas Scharf have been bringing this excellent story, excellent world building for this story, and I have been enjoying just all of it. It's fantastic. So Basilisk, number 12, my number 8 pick this week. Number 7 going to the last issue of Jenny Zero Volume 2. We got issue 4 of 4 from Dave Dwanch, Brockton McKenney, and Magenta King. Director Santos Gargantuan Beast, the Overking, is destroying Japan. Now, in Jenny's first battle as the new Mega Commander Zero, she must confront the resurrected creature that killed her father. The newly formed hashtag Team Zero fights for their lives and the very fate of Earth itself, and there will be devastating casualties. It's an action-blasted showdown as the mysterious British intelligence agent Isabel finally makes her intentions known. I've been really enjoying this world as it's been being built by Dave Dwanch and McKinney and Magenta King. Just fantastic world, fantastic story. Love the character of Jenny, and I love where this has gone and how she's evolved as a character. The character development on her has been fantastic, and we're going to see the end of the second arc here. I imagine there are more arcs coming from this, just based on the way this sounds like this arc may be wrapping up. Next up on the list, number 6, is Shock Shop number 2 from Dark Horse Comics as well. Another Colin Bunn book on the list here. This one with Danny Luckert and Layla Lays on art. It is a flip book style, telling two horror anthology stories here, with taking place in a haunted comic book shop with a twisted retailer filled with tales of terror, sure to leave you with the lights on. Welcome to the Shock Shop. The terror continues in these two tales about plagued families. In this first story, woodland monsters go on the attack against a camping couple. In story 2, mischievous creatures terrify a man from inside his own home. Number 5 on the list this week, going over to IDW Publishing, Earth Divers number 1 from Stephen Graham Jones, David Gianfelice, Raphael Albuquerque just killing this cover A. Stephen Graham Jones making his ongoing comics debut with Earth Divers. The year is 2112 and it's the apocalypse exactly as expected. Rivers receding, oceans rising, civilization crumbling. Humanity has given up hope except for a group of outcast indigenous survivors who have discovered a time travel portal in a cave in the middle of the desert and figured out where the world took a sharp turn for the worst. America. Convinced that the only way to save the world is to rewrite the past, they send one of their own on a bloody one-way mission back to 1492 to kill Christopher Columbus before he reaches the so-called New World. But taking down an icon is no easy task, and his actions could prove devastating for his friends in the future. That sounds like that's going to cause such a huge butterfly effect of, if Columbus is dead and does not discover the New World, what the whole history of the world is going to change. So, sounds like a really cool story idea. So it is my number 5 pick this week. Number 4 going to one of my favorite new additions to the Massive Verse. We've got Dead Lucky number 3 from Melissa Flores and French Carlo Magno. With Bibi's identity at risk of imminent discovery, Eddie and Maria take unconventional measures to try and keep her safe. But when a fight with a new kind of enemy rages out of control in Chinatown, even they won't be able to save Bibi from her worst enemy, herself. Just a fantastic story of a hero that's really a different take on the hero genre, and really shines a light on veterans and PTSD and the effects of coming home from a war and trying to settle back into real life, but while also now having these powers and trying to use them for good. Number 3 on my list this week, Illusion Witch, issue number 4 of 6 from Ruben Romero, Andrea Errico, and Rodrigo Catraca doing the cover A here. As Aya confronts a threat only she can face, the 3 recruit a menacing group of foes to hunt down Aya and the Circle. I've been enjoying this one so much. It's a cool fantasy story. I really like the character development going on, and like the reaction that Aya has to initially being pulled into this world is just kind of like, nope, get me out of here. I got real life stuff to do. I can't do this. It's so relatable. So that is my number 3 pick this week. Number 2, going to Neverender, number 5 of 9 from Devin Kraft. Fantastic sci-fi story that we got going on here from Sumerian Comics. Illusion Wish, also from Sumerian Comics, the former Behemoth Comics. At death's door, Neverender is betrayed by the woman he loves as the Universal Duelist League is paused while Jihai acclimates to her new position as leader of the Colonial Republic. Neverender does the one thing a duelist must never do and falls in love with a fellow fighter. Elsewhere, Radio sets off in search of a body, gaining further autonomy. Our little AI is getting all grown up. Loving all sides of this story here. The track of our main character becoming Neverender, a duelist in this league in space, and fighting his way to stay alive and to stay a part of this dueling league, and our AI going and trying to keep him safe, but also trying to work on autonomy, getting its own body, and I can't wait to see where that's going to take the AI. It's going to be interesting. And last but not least, my number 1 pick this week goes to By the Horns Dark Earth number 5. Marquise Nasso, Steve Cannon, and Jason Murr bringing us just this incredible story. Another fantasy story. It seems to be fantasy sci-fi is where I tend to go, with a little bit of horror in there. And we've talked about this with them before, is just like that the world is just expanding and characters are coming from the past and being relevant, and the artwork just gets better and better each issue. Jason's lines, Steve's colors are just incredible in this issue. I did get to check out an advanced copy of this, and it's just phenomenal. So much action going on in this one, as these characters on the front cover make an appearance, and a not so welcome appearance for Elodie, Sagen, and Evelyn, as they are trying to get to Yalastra still, and they are stuck in the rickety ocean town of Ahawakan. These characters make a little appearance here and try to stop them, because not everybody is a fan of the killers of the mages and those effects that they've had on the world. So my number 1 pick this week, it is a fantastic fantasy story. Highly recommend this to anyone looking for a fantasy indie story. Go pick up the first volume of this, because it's fantastic, and these characters, I love them all. Elodie, Sagen, and Evelyn are just really fun characters, and you are going to feel so much for them as you are reading this story. So issue 5, number 1 pick, and that rounds out my top 10. So thank you guys for watching. As always, collect what you love, and I'll see you guys next time.